Hey Mr. Hashi, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing great. I'm having an amazing day. Hope you are too. And today I'm going to be talking about my everyday item. So, my everyday item is a soccer ball. You may ask, why did I choose a soccer ball? Soccer is one of the greatest sports ever played, arguably. And the World Cup is coming next year, so I'm pretty excited for it. First off, we're going to talk about the origin of football. So the first recorded history of soccer was back to 2,000 years ago in ancient China, Greece, Rome, and central parts of America. Back then, there were different forms of the sport. There were different styles and rules of how they played it. But the English were credited with recording the first uniform rules for the sport. They created rules like the penalty kick, free kick, red cards and yellow cards and fouls and offsides, etc. These are forms of like soccer played in ancient times. This was Tuzuchu. It was by China. This was how they played the sport. This is Kamari, made by the Japanese, and Ancient Greek. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was pretty cool. Next off, we're going to talk about the materials. So the materials used in making a soccer ball is synthetic leather, rubber stitching, rubber sheet machine, hydraulic swing arm, paint, specifically dry paint. And this is just a picture of how, like an easy step of how you make the soccer ball. So there are really two important parts in making a soccer ball. There's making the bladder, which is like your inner side, your inner part, and there's making the outer shell, which is your protection for the bladder. So first, there's this machine right here. It heats up rubber and creates a sheet form. The sheets are cut by workers to form the bladder. They're inflated by workers and put into a steam machine to harden the rubber. Then we have the second most important part, making the outer shell. So workers cut patches of synchronized synthetic material to make the outer shell. Before, leather was used, but it wasn't really practical because when it got wet, it became really heavy and didn't really have any bounce to it. So this machine is called a die cutting machine. It's used to cut the patches and shape them into like 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. These patches can be like stitched in or formed in two ways. You can hand stitch them or use this machine. It's called a thermal bonding machine to heat up the patches and in like a form glue them together so they can't really move. I would say the thermal bonding machine is faster because just hand stitching will be time exhausting. It's more exhausting and it's time consuming. So the countries involved are Pakistan. They make about 70% of the world's soccer balls. Um, their last soccer soccer ball was made was used in the World Cup. And most soccer balls are shipped to the countries like China, UK, most European countries, and the United States, also Canada too. Thank you for listening to my presentation. This is a video that just quickly explains how to make a soccer ball. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.